Mindset. Mindset is the topic of the day. And hello and welcome. So I'm going to be talking about mindset, more specifically in how to create a strong mindset in times of adversity. And we have adversity all the time. Sometimes it's just stronger, like the one that we're living right now. It's an adversity that shakes everything in us. And sometimes there are just some minor adversities, but nonetheless, they affect our mindset. They affect how we think. And how we think is how we react. So our thoughts is what makes everything else happens and release the potential that we have inside, or stops the potential, or becomes brakes for the potential. So our thoughts are very important, and we need to work on that. The way we communicate inside, the way we talk to ourselves, the kind of words that we use, the kind of narrative, the rhetoric that we use to ourselves, especially to ourselves, because nobody knows how you talk to yourself but yourself. And it's very important how can we work on that. So I'm going to give some tips on how it has been working for me, the way I have established this. I'm going to start with 3 anchors that I work with, which I call them my roots. It's what keeps me grounded. It's what keeps me really strong. If I would be a tree, that's the roots that I want to be feeding, that I want to be nourishing on a daily basis. And they are values, vision, and self-esteem. I like to work with those 3 every day. If I have to reflect on something, I reflect on those things. First, my values. When I talk about my values, I really like to define myself and what are my values. And when you look at that, and I ask a lot of people, what are your values? Many times they have to stop and think about it. And it doesn't mean they don't have values, they just haven't identified which ones actually they live for every day. So I will encourage you to define 2-3 values and say, okay, this is me. If somebody has to define me, they will say these words around me, and then that's what I like to be. Then you start becoming more authentic with that. And then is the vision. The vision, and I talk a little bit on the last video on narrative leadership about it, and I'm going to expand on that because it's very important for the mindset. When I talk about that you need to have a vision, you need to have a vision. I mean, a vision is not an idea of what you want to be or what you want to be doing or how you see the future. It's not just a concept. A vision has to be very, very tangible for you. And when I say very, very tangible, I really need you to close your eyes and give it time to imagine that vision, where you want to be. How do you want to see yourself in 3 months, in 6 months, in 7 months, in the time that you think this adversity is going to be over for you? And then give it time. Give it time. Start smelling what's around. Start listening to what's happening. Try to identify which actors, which people are around you. Are you in the same place, in the same chair, or are you on the outdoors? What's happening with you? Try to be very, very specific. The more specific you go, like writing a book, like really clarifying everything, try to find a specific moment in that future. Trying to find that, I don't know, an afternoon at your favorite place. And how would you feel? And define the emotions, define everything that goes in there. And once you can do that, then that becomes tangible. At that point, it's not an idea, it's not a concept anymore. Once you get that real, and you can grasp it, you know it's there, then you're going to bring that to the present time. Then you're going to bring it to the present time. Because if you can bring it to the present time, then you're going to start acting from here to there. Because you already know where you want to go. Because you already define it. Because you already establish it. Because you already lived it. You already smelled it. You already heard it. You already felt it. And that's going to be the power of that vision. And that is what you're going to be talking to you constantly. Because now you know what it is and where it is that you want to go, what's around it. And you're going to keep going. And you're going to keep going every week, every 2 or 3 days. You're going to keep going to figure this out. So you visualize, you bring it to the present, you act, and you start celebrating. Every time you get something done right, that's taking you that direction, you're going to celebrate. And then what that's going to do is that's also going to start teaching you on your self-esteem. It's going to help you how that emotion, that feeling of movement, of going forward. And it's also going to help a lot on the setback, on the small setbacks that we're going to have. Because we're going to have them. Oh, we're going to have them. We're going to fall again. And if we have this vision of where we want to go, and we have these values that we're living, then we're going to get up, and we're going to learn from it. We're going to reflect on why did I fall again. I'm going to reflect, I'm going to learn, and I'm going to keep moving. Okay? Every time I fall is a step closer to where I want to go. It is my decision to get up and keep moving, or it's my decision just to give up and stay there. It really is true, but that's the power of your thoughts. That's the